Hey YouTubers, this is for the Trailblazer or Envoy, whatever you pronounce it. It's the fuel pressure regulator. Here's the new one here. Here's the old one. Looks exactly the same. This is $36 on eBay through Parts Geek. And I saw the only other price was like $60 to $70, $75 on other various sites. So this was just a couple days ago, so you know they change prices all the time. Who knows what you're going to have to pay for it. But in order to get this out of here, I've seen different videos. You know, some people say to take off the resonator and all this stuff, but you don't have to do that. The only problem getting it out is there's two mounting bolts. And they're T30, Torx T30. This is one of them. They're both the same. One goes right there. That's the easy one. Yeah, that's the easy one to get to. And then there's another one that goes right below it, which mounts right there with this bracket on the fuel line. You could also take off this clip, and if you have a removal tool that goes inside, like for you know, those fittings that punch out that piece there that grabs onto it, but you don't really need to do that either. You know, this nut here, or bolt, is difficult to get out of there, only because you don't have room to get to it. This big harness, wiring harness, is in the way. And you can take off this little bolt right here and get this thing out of your way, because it's exactly in your way. In order to use one of these, this is a T30 also, but it's, you know, a different style. And I can get this one in here like this as I push this all the way over to the left, and I can get this much of a turn on it, which is not even quite a quarter of a turn, and push it against this other wiring harness here. So back and forth, and it came out pretty hard. It was hard to turn each time up until it came halfway out. And then I was able to get it out with my fingers. Okay, once you get this second bolt out right here, then you can pull the whole thing. This will still be stuck inside of here like this. It's hard to do it one-handed. So that goes in there like that. And that just pushes down there. There's an O-ring in there that seals it. So once you pull this thing back, there's a bigger O-ring right here which seals down inside of there. So once you pull this whole thing back with this line attached to it, it pops off there, and then you just wiggle it off this. It comes off here pretty easily. So that's really all there is to it. And then before you put it back together, make sure you clean off the surface here, wipe out the inside, and then just mount it here. Also lubricate the O-rings a little bit with whatever you want to do, little oil or something, whatever. It just makes it easier and helps it to seal better. So you put that on there, push it back, put in this bolt here, and then put in the second bolt, which is easy to do. The second one, you can just use one of these and just take it out this way real easily. And that's it. There's really no need to film it, because that's all I did. You should be able to follow my instructions and do this with no problems. Good luck. I forgot to mention before, this is a 02. I think it's you know, from 01 to 04 or 05, it's all the same. And it's also the 6-cylinder motor. There's a better view of it. This is installed now. I just popped in that line and pushed it back in and popped it in on the motor side. Also, don't forget, you have a vacuum line right here. Oops, I broke that off. Uh-oh. Anyways, that goes right on the top there. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's a little bit of hesitation. When I come to a stop sign and take off, sometimes it hesitates a little bit, but it's not all the time. So I thought I tried a few different other things. I replaced the cam sensor, the map sensor, which is the manifold absolute pressure, and the temperature. This is the air temperature, I think. And the cam sensor is right here. I also replaced this other thing up here, right there. I forget what it's called. But I did a lot of work to this, and when I first got it, took everything off, replaced the intake manifold gasket, cleaned all that stuff out, and all this stuff was off. Oops. So hopefully that will solve my problem, but if it does not, I'll make a note in here, let you know. Hey, just a little side note here. Before in the video, I was just trying to move this hose a little bit to show you where it went to. It's supposed to attach right there, and it looks like it's all one piece. This hose right here is molded into this piece right there. And this does not come off at all. It looks like it's molded part of the resonator. I took it off, and look, you can't even get to the inside of that thing. So what I did was I just took some little hoses, a little piece of plastic hose, and these vacuum connectors, and then I got a 90 here. I had all these parts. I keep a lot of things like this in stock, different sizes, T's and stuff. So this hose here is still usable. It's brittle and it's stiff. It won't flex at all. So be careful when you're trying to take this off. In fact, I may have had a problem with some kind of crack in the hose right up here, because all I did was just push it over a little bit and it broke right off. So if you have a problem with it, this is what you can do. Come up with something like this. And this is all real tight. Everything fits tightly together, so it shouldn't be leaking. Okay, good luck with it.